Hello and good morning, everyone. I know I have not been on in a long time, and that is because I am so busy, you guys. I'm going to share all of the updates and all of the new busy things Latanya has been up to. So I hope you guys are still doing well in the land of the living, and I just hope that you guys have had a wonderful 2014 so far. And just hope that you guys are doing all right in your journey through radiology, whether it be MRI school or CT school, X-ray school, whatever it is that you choose as your modality, or even if you're just stopping by my channel because you're interested in going into the radiology field. I hope my videos in the past have been helpful to you guys and have been a sense of motivation and inspiration to you guys. That's pretty much what I hope to be for you all. But anyways, going right into what's been going on with me. So I'm currently at work right now. My schedule is not that busy today, and sometimes I take these days with a moment of just being grateful because sometimes your days can get pretty hectic, and it's nothing you can do about it but just go with the flow of the day and just get through it until it's time for you to go home. So since I last talked to you guys, I shared that I took my armored exam, and I passed that armored exam the first time, and I went to take the ART as well. And when I took the ART, I missed the test by 2 points. So the passing score is 75, and I missed it by 2 points. I got a 73. So I was a little bit discouraged that first time, but at the same time, I knew that I knew my stuff. It was just a few things that I needed to brush up on. So I did go back and take the test for the second time. And when I took it the second time, I missed it this time by 3 points. So instead of getting a 74, I got a 73. And so I was discouraged again. I knew it was my anxiety that was driving me, because when I go and take the test, like, I'm sweating, I'm cold at the same time, nervous, all the above. And that's just my test jitters. So what ended up happening for me is, during that period of time, I was working at a very well-known, prominent hospital as a radiology assistant. And so I was there for almost a year, and I was there, assisting the MRI technologist. Well, I ended up being blessed to connect with one of my former classmates in college for MRI. And upon communicating with that colleague or student of mine, or a classmate of mine rather, I ended up sharing everything to that person, and that person ended up referring me to their job. And so I ended up applying, getting an interview, and thank God this well-known hospital accepted armored. So I no longer had to go back and take the ART test, because I was already full-time hired as an MRI technologist, no longer working as a radiology assistant. So I've been working with this company for a little bit over a year now, about a year and almost 5 months, and I've been very happy. And I've been working as an MRI technologist, as you can see here. I'm not going to turn over my badge, because then you'll see what hospital I work at, and I don't need to share any of that information. But let me tell y'all, it has been a journey for me. It has been a journey 100%. When I first started here working as an MRI technologist, I was so excited, and not to say I'm not excited anymore. I'm still excited, but I was so excited, and I just wanted to learn everything, and I just wanted to scan everything, and I just wanted to be in the midst of everything, And as the months started to progress, that excitement starts to kind of wear off. And the reason why is because you get into the nitty gritty of things. You get to see what it is to be an MRI technologist. Now, this isn't my first MRI technologist job. I worked 2 previous MRI technologist jobs before I was a radiology assistant, but I worked those jobs in an outpatient facility. So to actually be working in a hospital, it is way more vigorous, way more, how can I say it? Way more involved. You're literally busy back to back to back, putting patients on the table, getting them off the table, screening patients, bringing your outpatients in, getting the inpatients off the list, to be brought down. Helping patients if they need help with their lockers, or if they need help with understanding, the procedures, and emptying their pockets and making sure they don't have anything metal. Like, you're literally busy every single minute of the day. And it's something that if I didn't come from an emergency room background as an ED tech, I don't think I would be ready. I don't think I would be ready. I think that it would take a lot of adjustment for me to get used to this fast, vigorous flow. But because I had that as my background, it was something that I was able to easily gravitate back into. And so I worked at the inpatient center, or the hospital, for about a year. And now I have kind of graduated to working at their outpatient center that is connected with the same hospital. So I work at both now. So, once a week I kind of have time to kind of slow the pace down at the outpatient center, just focus on outpatients. And then the next week I'm back to busy. So I like the balance. I like the balance, because we all need those balances, from time to time. But so what do I scan? So when I first started at the inpatient at the hospital, I scanned like your regular stuff, your internal auditory canals, your angiograms for the brain, your venous for the brain, pituitary protocols, multiple sclerosis protocols, orbits protocols. What else did I do? TMJs, but we don't do that often. Since I've been here, I only did a TMJ once, literally. What other protocols do? For memory loss, dementia, for stroke. These are all brain protocols. And then going down to the neck, do neck angiograms, cervical spines, brachial plexus. Going down to the shoulders, we do, left and right shoulders, bilateral, thoracic aorta studies, chest. What else do I do? We do SMRAs, which is the mesenteric renal artery, but we don't do those often, but I still know how to do those. Pelvic congestions, abdominal studies, we do all abdominal, whether it's kidneys, whether it's liver, pancreas, what else? MRCPs, and then we go down to like pelvis, pelvis congestion. I do prostates, I do extremities, sacrums, lumbar, thoracic spines. I do everything. And so that was pretty much what that first year was for me. It's just getting used to doing everything. Not just being specifically restricted to one. The light just went out. Not just being specifically restricted to one or a few type of scans, but just being more familiar with everything. And so for that first year, I pretty much got really good and familiar with everything. And then they bumped me up a level for what I needed to learn. So they wanted me to start learning cardiac. Now, cardiac is a specialty. Cardiac is not something that, your everyday MRI technologist knows. And even in school, when I was in school, they even said cardiac imaging is a specialty. You'll learn that on the job. So they did teach us cardiac anatomy, but they did not teach us cardiac imaging. So me learning cardiac imaging on the job, I'm still learning it. Like, I'm still trying to figure out everything and master it. And I'm still finding the moments for me that are challenging, and I'm still continuing to get through those moments. I could say that I am 50% confident in cardiac imaging. 50%. There's still a lot that I want to know and understand, and so the person who's training me on that is definitely working with me and trying to, help me along the way to understand everything that I need to understand. But in the meantime, while I'm learning cardiac, I also learned breast imaging, so I'm proficient in breast imaging now. And then I got integrated into the outpatient center. So now I had to learn on a different scanner and learn how to do the scans on that scanner. So I'm working on a Philips and a GE. And I could say that I have been in a position to learn and understand how my brain works because this here has definitely been a test, and a test of how my brain works, how I learn, how I, like, am I more of a visual learner? Am I more of a hands-on learner? Am I more of a reading, or audio learner? This has definitely helped me to understand what kind of learning style that I prefer. And yeah, it's just all been a learning journey for me. I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning cardiac. I'm still trying to get a grasp of all of the, planning and all of the pathology that comes along with the planning and different things like that. But I feel like I'm getting there slowly but surely, just a little bit more time, and I feel like I'll definitely be there to where I can feel comfortable scanning by myself, y'all. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing as far as in the MRI world. I've decided not to go back and try to pursue the ART in the state that I'm in, which is Illinois. ART is not a mandatory license to have. You can have armored or ART. A lot of hospitals and facilities, which the one I'm working at, which is major hospital everyone knows of, they accept armored. And so I'm very grateful for that, because I know that a lot of states, they prefer ART, and I'm glad I don't live in those states, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on with Tanya. And the reason why I have not been posting on here in a while, I have just really been busy, y'all. Your girl has been so busy to the point where sometimes I barely get sleep. And it's okay. It's okay that I don't get sleep, but I'm making it a habit more and more now, since I'm pretty comfortable and confident in my planning and my scanning. I'm making it a point now to get more sleep, because sleep is important. It's very hard as a technologist to try to function throughout your day and you're barely awake. You're barely making it. Sleep is so important. Even when you have children, sleep is so important. So, y'all, I'm definitely making it a thing to make sure that I get rest every day when I come to work. I work 5 days a week, no days off. So I'm trying to make that as a priority. So yeah, hello again to you guys, and if you guys want to leave any comments or just stop by to say hi, feel free to do so underneath my post. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your July and August 2024. Until next time, talk to you guys later.